Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Charlotte, episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened last time?
I just immediately forgot all of the characters' names. Classic me.
So did I, though.
Yes, this is the problem with starting so many new shows at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They're all just kind of the same in terms of like character names.
What happened last episode?
Last episode, they went to the school and now they're like living in like a dorm or some kind of apartment that I assume is close to the school and for students. So there's some more omelet rice going on with the pizza sauce special ingredient. And he helped to take down like a bad guy who was selling naked pictures of girls from some kind of camera that was like in
X-ray
his body.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see what our student council gets up to in this episode of Charlotte. Hope you guys like the video. Hope you check out our previous reactions. We had some pretty good discussions so far with the show. We're really enjoying it. At least I have a better, I think it's safe to say we both have like a better opinion as far as we are into the show. Like the first episode of Angel Beats, like comparing it to Angel Beats. First episode of Angel Beats, I wasn't really into it very much. Looking back, it's great, but the first time I watched it wasn't that great. But this one, I feel like they did a way better job in introducing, and it might have to do with the fact, like you were talking about, that they know how many episodes they have and they know what they have to work with, rather than like saying, oh, you have a full 2-course season. Psych, not anymore. So yeah, way stronger start than Angel Beats. I hope that it follows through, and I would love to have a show that's even better than Angel Beats. That sounds fucking awesome. So we'll see.
If anyone's just finding this video, you don't know why we're talking about Angel Beats. They have the same writer, same director,
same studio,
and a bunch of people who watched our Angel Beats videos. We already have that up complete on our channel. In the comments of all those videos is where we got most of our recommendations for Charlotte. So we were just assuming that there's a similar fan base going on.
Indeed. Well, and the show just
feels
the same.
It's a similar show. So if you love Charlotte and you haven't watched Angel Beats, I'd say you should probably watch Angel Beats. They're just similar. And they're both good. Angel Beats is good. We have a backup channel. So first, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel and giving this video a like. If you are already subscribed to this channel and want to make sure that you keep getting videos from us, even if our channel gets struck down, go to the link in the description and subscribe to our backup channel, Boldcast Backup. We also have an Instagram at Boldcast Media, and we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Boldcast. All the links for that are in the description, along with the link for our Teespring. We'd like to say that this reaction is not a market substitute. You shouldn't be watching this instead of watching the show. We encourage you to go and watch the legal version of the show we're watching on Crunchyroll. And yeah, let's go. Classic. Oh.
Trying to look cool. Yeah, the OP is dope as hell.
Oh, also last episode.
What?
Also last episode, we saw the older brother of the student council girl, and how he was like tortured and experimented on by the government. Oh no.
As soon as the lunch bell rings, he sits by the door too. That's because he only eats sweet stuff. That's funny. The parallax effect all of a sudden.
Why is this just wet? Channeling. Oh. Pyrokinesis.
Somebody who can control fire? Oh, it's gonna be that girl that was on the TV, I think, at the end of the first episode.
Ooh, yeah.
She's been in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
Says that to us?
Whoa.
Oh, fuck. Why did you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? You didn't. He was gonna get hit.
There's a dead end wall. When they're all worried about like hiding their powers, but then they just attack a guy in the street.
This is Fireboy easy. It's like a fucking shithole. Basement club. That guy looks cool as fuck.
Oh no.
Her name's Misa as well. Like Death Note.
Oh. She's like...
Her idol name. Damn it. So she has like a dual personality? She's Hannah Montana.
Yeah, that's what I was
She's
thinking.
fucking Hannah Montana.
Is it? Oh, maybe she does actually have two powers, and she's like.
She has like literally two people are stuck inside of her body.
Oh, her power is to let a dead person in, maybe.
Wait, now I'm confused.
Power was to let a dead person possess her, maybe a dead person who also like.
Maybe like her sister.
Her older sister
Yeah.
passed away 6 months.
Damn it.
See those Pringles kids? Ooh.
She's got the fire ability.
That's really cool.
The fake out with the guy wearing all red. Jesus! The marshmallows, no! And that's gonna call her back. She's badass as fuck. Tamori, she fucking, the range is ridiculous with this character. Interesting framing that they don't have one of the guys in the show.
They have different colored eyes. I like that.
You didn't see that?
I did, but
it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like his head would be a bit harder having run into a million fucking walls.
Or maybe he's just constantly has like half opened like scars.
Yeah. Because she stole a smartphone? Did I miss something?
She read something on there.
Oh. Isn't that one of them? Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I see what's going on. They've got fireproof clothing.
Yeah.
But he can't tell it's different guys because of the headlights, I guess?
Yeah.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me! What the fuck? He just...
And then he used the other power.
Yeah,
she has like
she's
so
all
many,
powerful.
Yeah. The
And then
punch,
she's-
yeah, nice.
She's just such a badass. She's like literally the fucking Avatar over here.
Nice.
That was insane.
That was really smart. It's just gonna be more rice omelet.
Of course it is. Please let it not be a rice omelet for one time.
It wasn't. Oh, but it's just gonna be the pasta sauce. Like the stew she made, or the
Her secret
the curry,
ingredient
yeah.
in everything is just the pasta, the fucking pizza sauce. Nosebleed. Alrighty. You know, I'm so glad. I think we should binge this show. Because, like...
I know.
Not because... Okay. I'm happy... Here's why I'm saying that. Because I'm happy we binged... Maybe we shouldn't binge this show. But I'm happy we binged Angel Beats when we did. Because it gave us so long between these shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad we're watching this now after having seen Angel Beats. Because there's clearly... Not because it's like... I think I've heard people call it the spiritual successor. And I don't want this to be like only... I don't want to only view this through the lens of having seen Angel Beats, because it's a good show in and of itself. Mm-hmm. But I guess when I was watching Angel Beats, I thought it was good, but I didn't realize how much of an impact it had and how good it was until after I'd seen it. And I didn't have that appreciation. Like, and when I rewatched the first episode after having seen everything, I thought it was fucking genius. I thought it was incredible. Like, the music and everything, and just the entire way that everything fit together was so perfect. Mm-hmm. And having that retrospective on it allows me to, I feel like, to come into this with I guess expectations, but it's gonna deliver. Like, I can come in with those expectations and not be let down. And because I have a prior knowledge based on, like, the production team behind this and everything, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a better place to appreciate everything that they're doing right and everything that's going on well. Because, like, shit like that, like, if I was just watching this show blind, not having seen the previous stuff or anything, I don't know if that would have hit as hard.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, I guess I'm more acquainted with, like, the pulse of this style of writing and the flow of the production, and the music is, like, I'm attuned with what's going on coming into this before even being introduced to everything that's going on. So then I just feel way closer to it, and things that and everything just hits way harder, I feel like, than if I were to just be watching blind. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do think that makes sense, because, like, that, I don't know, I was, like, almost crying there, and it's only episode 3, and we only knew those characters for a single episode, but just, I don't know, I guess just the writing and, like, being, I do agree that I think, like, being familiar with the style of writing and the way that things sort of go really helps.
Yeah. You're already acquainted with it before you're acquainted with the characters, so, like, you don't have to, like, okay, so this show is this kind of thing, like, oh, so this is how everything kind of flows, and this is how the characters talk and everything. Like, there's a certain amount of expectation that isn't like negative, that isn't like, oh, you need to live up to the standard. It's like, I kind of feel at home in this, like, in the way that everything is presented. I feel at home in this story without having any context about it. Or I guess because I have that context of the people that created it, and I don't have to know anything about the story or the location or anything or the plot or anything, but I can feel at home in the story because I'm acquainted with everything that came before it. Which is because you know, I probably wouldn't have given a shit about anything that happened here if I hadn't watched Angel Beats beforehand.
I don't know. It's hard for me to say, because I don't want to say, like, oh, it's only because we watch Angel Beats. I also think it has to do with that this show has, like, a bit of a slower pace. It's sort of, I can tell that they're, like, building up the cast, but slowly. So it's, like, the main guy, the fast guy, and the invisible girl, and they're, like, the core group. But there's, like, one more thing missing. This, like, famous, like, singer girl.
Character.
So we're gonna bring her in, but, like, they wait till episode 3 to introduce that new character that's actually gonna stick around. Like, in episode 2, they introduced that, like, random photo guy, but I mean, if we do see him again, I'll honestly be kind of surprised.
I will be too.
So, they like, gave us, like, okay, here's, like, a random guy just to see another random power in episode 2 and get you even more familiar with what's going to sort of happen from this point out, how they're going to go out, they're going to find where someone is, they're going to go out, and they're going to see what they're all about and see what actions need to be taken, whether they need to threaten them into silence or invite them back.
Get them out of a bind that they're in. Maybe the reason they're, like, going crazy using their powers is because, like, they're in trouble in a different way, or like, somebody's coming after them, or they're trying to, like, whatever, maybe they're trying to get money for some purpose, or trying to get somewhere better or something like that, find a way out of their circumstance.
But they had, like, one episode of just, like, this is how the process works, get a little bit more familiar with the characters you already know, get a bit more insight into the world that they live in, of, like, there's severe danger for people with powers just in the world. If anyone finds you, there are, like, horrible consequences that will ruin the rest of your life. They really, like, bring up the stakes, get familiar with the characters, and then the episode 3 comes in, and then we meet the new character, who's actually two people, which is really crazy. That, I don't know. That's really kind of sad as well. But, I don't know. I just, like, speaking on the actual plot, other than, like the writing and, like, what's actually going on, just, they're like, oh, someone with 2 powers. It's, someone who can be possessed by the dead, and someone who has fire abilities, and it's just like, those are pretty crazy powers. And then, of course, you see the...
Dude all in red.
Mm-hmm. The dude all in red, and it's like, oh, I bet it's that
Fire boy right there.
That guy.
All in red.
And then it's just like the cute, like, pop star girl. Hi, guys, eating marshmallows, just like. And then the sister, like, takes over and is just so badass. And I love that, like, all these powers are, like, the sort of the downside, like, they're imperfect powers.
Mm-hmm.
So Yusa? Is that? So,
Yusa's the younger one.
Yeah,
so
Yusa's power is she can get possessed, but the downside is she can't stop herself from being possessed.
And she doesn't know.
So luckily it's her sister that's possessing her, which is really good.
Not some random
But it would
rando.
be really horrible if anything else possessed her. Mm-hmm. Like, it would be horrible.
Yeah.
If someone possessed, like, this famous young girl and just started doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So, but it's really cool that it's her sister, and her sister is, like, aware and is still looking out for her younger sister's best interests. Like, saying, you know, this is actually way better for her future and her safety. So I'm gonna, like, go ahead and make that decision. Yes, she can go to your school. But it was kind of sad for those guys, and really interesting that they were friends of Misa instead of Yusa. Like, they were friends of a dead girl, basically, possessing her younger sister's body.
I thought it was interesting. I don't know. Something about the way that anime handles... I've noticed this over time. I noticed this in Hunter x Hunter, when, like, you'd meet a new character, or any adventure show, but any anime in general. There's, like, a weird... I don't even know if I can explain this feeling. But, like, I guess in the context of this show, the way it was, like, live a happy life, and this, like, having that chance to say goodbye, and, like, I don't know, that, like, relationships sort of are so fluid and, like, fragile, and, like, you could just let... Like, they were lucky in this case, in a way, that they got to be with her for a little bit longer after she died, and have a goodbye like that. But then it's just like, okay, now I guess I'll just walk away and
forever.
Never look back. But then, like, I just imagine walking away and being like, look, like, if I just go back around this corner right now, I could have a few more minutes of conversation with this person that I'll never see again, that I, like, love. And I don't know, it's just, you have to have the strength. It takes a lot of strength to, like, really, okay, that's goodbye. That is the best send-off I could possibly get. Okay.
And to accept that.
Yeah, you have to accept that and not go back around that corner. Like, I just think about that a lot. Like, and I don't know what it is. It's that I only ever see this in anime. I don't see this in anything else. This idea of, like, these sort of fleeting interactions having so much meaning, and not in this case, because obviously they had a bigger interaction, but, like, you know, you meet somebody, you have a conversation with, like, a random person, and then that might have significant impacts for, like, the rest of your life, or you might learn something in an interaction with someone completely random, and you're just on your own journey, and you take that with you as you go on forever. Like, they really capture that, like, you know, we're all just swimming in the same river down a path to, like, you know, towards our own destiny. Like, I don't know, just the way... I wish I could explain it better, because this is something that I've been trying to, like, formulate with anime for, like, a long time, since I watched, like, Hunter x Hunter a few years ago. Is when I first, like, really thought about it. But it's just really interesting, because I only ever see that in anime, that it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'll try to explain that at some point in the future. Maybe I'll try and make a video about that sort of feeling that anime is way better at capturing. But yeah, just, like, the whole idea of, like, live a happy life, and then never, and you just, that's all you get. That's the goodbye. And it seems kind of shitty, like, oh, well, fucking, why would I say goodbye now? She's still gonna be here for, like, a couple years, but I have to move on now, or else it's just, one day she's just gonna be gone, and then I'm gonna be torn up. So, like,
yeah,
we're already on borrowed time, so Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like almost crying in that thing, but it's like, yeah, like he's just walking away, but it's that thing of like walking away and knowing she's still out there, but she's going to like die again soon, and he's not going to know when that is.
But not like that soon.
But not that exactly.
A couple years from now, possibly. Like she might be around for a couple years, but you have to move on, because otherwise she's just going to disappear one day. And she could say goodbye now and just cut it off clean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just kind of fucking crazy. Anyway, that's all I had to say about the episode. That just really struck me, the way that they, because yeah,
and have she had like already accepted that she was dead so much. She was even just like, he's like blaming himself, like, oh, it's all my fault because we were on that motorcycle and you're the one that died.
Just like, I knew what I was getting into.
And she's just like, that was
crazy bitch.
That was kind of. She's just like, that was my fault, and like it caught up with me because I was doing crazy stuff, and she's just like,
I lived fast and died young, and I accept those consequences.
And I feel like she is sort of treating it like it is, like it's borrowed time for her. I don't know. She doesn't seem like she's like, oh, I want to keep possessing my younger sister for the rest of her life.
'Cause that's really toxic. Like, literally living vicariously, literally living through your sister. That would be shitty. Mm-hmm. So that's a really mature way of looking at that type of situation.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just really sad, but in like, it was so like normal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, she's just like, you just gotta leave.
Yeah.
And that's just really sad.
On that note, if you guys enjoyed this reaction to Charlotte, this really sad episode of Charlotte.
Wait, actually, I just want to talk one more time about that fight scene and that plan and how beautifully executed that was. That was insane. Genius. That was absolutely genius. They like choked out those guys who were wearing fireproof clothes. Then he like got inside, stabbed the guy, and then he just like used the teleportation to like take out that other guy, and she just looked so badass. Yeah. And then just like pretending to like hit the guy in the face, and it was just so well done, and the timing of it all, and it just went perfectly. Yet another comparison to Angel Beats. Yuri's plans in Angel Beats,
they were shit.
Were so bad and so stupid the whole time, and that was part of the gag, is like, they're just stupid plans.
Overly complicated or not well thought through, stupid bullshit.
That like, yield literally nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, like, no end goal in mind.
So just because we had already watched that show, I had sort of had the assumption that it was going to be sort of funny, like, the plan was going to end up being funny, but it was just cool.
Yeah, she's just a mastermind.
So cool. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. And she's actually so smart.
Yeah, Tamori's fucking crazy. Like, just the way that she was talking with Misa that one time, and just I said it last episode too, the range of emotion that, like, she expresses as a character is fucking ridiculous. Like, she'll do whatever she needs to do to, like, accomplish a goal, but she'll, like, she can pull out, she starts acting like Misa on a dime, and then goes back to acting like Yusa on a fucking dime so quickly. She can just switch, and she reacts, and it doesn't always seem super contrived. I can tell, like, at least I think my inkling is that there is a little bit of, like, forcing her way to fit into this glass so that she can, like, make a situation work out in her favor. But I think also part of it is just she has a really deep well of emotion, of different types of emotion. She has a lot of emotional range.
She has like a lot of,
as a person.
I think she has a lot of empathy for what other people. She can like understand what someone's like mind is doing at that moment, and then like mimic that to like get on their level, and like really appeal to what they would respond to well in that moment.
Yeah, she's really fucking smart.
Which is somewhat manipulative, but I don't think she's doing it. Like, she's doing it to help people.
She's manipulating people in the same way that, like, a psychiatrist is manipulative. They'll like lead you down a conversation path in a way that you'll respond to so that you get the most out of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And they are kind of like playing to your ego, or like what you like. They might tell little white lies or like sort of shift you in a certain way. But in the end, it is ultimately for your benefit because you'll get something better out of it, and that's kind of the tactic that she's taking. Mm-hmm. It's a ends justify the means. I wonder if there will be like a bigger conflict where she will have to like take that to an extreme in this. Or
I also
want to
know what her. I mean, we already kind of know about her backstory, but I just want to know where she acquired this, because this is not like a superhuman ability. This is just like a normal person ability, but she's just really good at it, you know?
I think it's just a consequence of her brother and what happened. I think that's what that was telling us. It's like, this is really important to her because she's seen what can happen to people, if it doesn't turn out this way. So if it keeps anybody from experiencing what her brother experienced, then she'll do whatever it takes, and it's that simple. Because she wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't think.
I also wonder if this, like, just the way that she is helped, because she's like the president of the student council, right? Even though she's young.
Yeah.
And they're saying, oh, it's not based on how old you are. I bet her ability to like understand what people are going through and actually help them like that. I bet that has to do with why she was chosen.
Yeah.
To be the president.
Yeah, well, that's I think that's what makes her a good leader, because she is smart enough to plan things out. She's a good strategist, and she has a lot of empathy, and like you need both of those if you're going to be a good leader, to like have foresight and understanding.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, and I wanted to say the other thing, like saying that she has like empathy, because someone could be doing that thing but not actually like feel anything like for the other person.
Yeah.
Like just be super cold. I don't think she's like that, because she has like you said, she's had experience with her brother, and knows what that's like, and doesn't want anyone else to experience that. So, but she still knows what they're going through in that moment. So it's not like she's just like, oh, this is my job, and I need to like manipulate them into coming to the school because my job is to get people to come to this school.
Yeah.
So that we don't all get exposed.
She has personal stakes.
Yeah.
I wonder what the hole in that is, though. Like, I think the only way that could go wrong isn't, because there is no, like, yeah, you're right, there is no deficiency in the reason she's going about it. Her philosophy is technically correct. It's, but I think if that's going to be tested, or if there's going to be some conflict there, I think that it's going to be, and this is a prediction, I think that there's going to be a situation where she's going to have to do more than, she's going to have to go way further in order to meet that criteria, or to meet that goal of like not having people go in the hands of the fucking scientists or whatever. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction to Angel Beats Charlotte, episode 3. We're gonna move on and watch the next one right now. Hope you liked the video. First of all, we hope you enjoyed the video, but if you enjoyed the video, we hope you give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We also hope you subscribe to the backup channel. Check out our Patreon for early reactions. We're 1 or 2 episodes ahead, depending on if... Oh, I guess, would be 1 or 2 episodes ahead, because this is going to be posted on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube.
A full week ahead on
full
Patreon.
Week ahead on Patreon. So you can check our schedule and see how far we are ahead on our community tab. Check out our Patreon for early and exclusive reactions. Instagram, Teespring. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye. And thank you so much to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council: Zenge,
Rising 80,
John Ortega,
Nicholas Teo,
Aurora,
Iwan Pulgar,
Lewis,
Yeet,
Gentleman,
Christian Ave,
Mozart Waddle,
Nelson Barbosa,
Jan Carlisle Vincent,
Kage Uzumaki,
Xavier Rhodes,
Chao Lao,
Brian,
Haruto Yuzuki,
Handicap Bankai. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.